Summer Truck Series. This is the B race at Michigan. I'm Jay Crandall, and I'm here with Dan Boersma from D2D, broadcasting with me. Hi, Dan.
Howdy, Jay.
We are on free practice right now. Qualifying starts in about 8 minutes. We'll join up with you guys in a few.
We will be back.
Cautions out.
After that, we'll have a 5-minute closed qualifying, 5-minute warm-up, and we'll all the way to racing. Here we go.
We're gonna go out back stretch, so I know it's tough, but it's the same for everybody. So just try not to wipe out there. If we pit under green, call out your name on TeamSpeak so people don't wreck you. When you enter the pits, you stay to the right until you get close to your pit, so you don't get collected by a guy coming out or you collecting or being collected by a guy going out. Lucky dog is in effect. If you're lucky dog, well, everybody stay down. And lucky dog has to pit. Definitely go back to the back of the field. If you cause a caution, call it out. You know, if you're not sure if it was you, stay involved, and we'll be watching that. You know, normally 2 cautions, you gotta park it for some of the drivers. New drivers, as it is a chase race, 1 caution, you'll have to park it. The new drivers, if you want the names, I can give you that. Stalker is one of them. Weems is another one. Drivers that are being watched, Wally, too many cautions. So let's try to drive normally here and respectfully with the other guys, and we're gonna have a good race. A fast driver is not necessarily a good driver. If you see a guy faster than you, just get out of his way, let him go, run your own race, ignore what's going on there, just let him go. Finish the race. That's the main purpose of the exercise, and to enjoy yourselves. Starts, restarts, as you know, there's no passing until we hit between 1 and 2. There's no changing lanes also. Now with 10 or less to go, you can't change lanes, but after the start finish line. Flaming and so forth, swearing and all that, definitely not a good thing. It gets you more than booted these days, like we've had some really bad cases last week. It gets you banned, so don't swear and don't make any racial slurs or whatever. We had a few of those last week, and we don't want to deal with this. It really sucks, you know. It's just a game after all, a sim. We're having fun, just enjoying the same hobby. That's what's important, you know. So, as you know, the names, there's a good reason we use names, you know. I'd rather call Dan Aller Dan than call him V70 or Death Star or Death Point. It makes makes kind of more sense. So you know, I'll be on TeamSpeak quiet during the qualifying. Should be a fun race if we watch what we're doing. So be respectful with the other guys there. And our deal here is always we try to beat server A. So less cautions. So like, don't go nuts there. It's long race, 60 laps, you know, 72 or whatever it is there. So there's plenty of time to catch up to the guys, you know. All right, any questions?
No tires, 4 tires, 3 tires.
Four tires.
Control shift 4.
Yeah, exit back stretch, and
Alright there, folks, you heard it. Gonna be a fun race.
Very interesting.
These guys got 4 sets of tires. How many laps are we doing tonight? Let's see. 72 laps. That should be no problem.
That shouldn't be an issue with these. Might have to watch the right rear a little bit, but should be about it.
So I know you ran a couple laps out there today, Dan. What did you think of the conditions? This track is very reminiscent of Daytona for me with these trucks.
Yeah, it's pretty much flat out. Middle of the high line seems to work the best. Get to run off the corners. Get into that low line. She gets a little loose.
Yeah, it does. I find it's really hard to pass on the inside as well unless you have a lot of help with you. You'll need to speak up a little bit, Dan. You're kind of hard to hear.
Get a line of cars behind you. Well, in this case, a line of trucks behind you. You might get around on the bottom.
Yeah, you can. It's just kind of hard. I found that the High Line seems to work the best here. You'll find you get these big trains of people.
And the low line, you gotta kind of lift just a little bit so it doesn't step out.
Yeah. So we see our first time lap here is 38.8 right now, provisional pole.
So far, yeah.
I expect these guys will be within most of this field will be within about a tenth of each other here, if not a couple hundreds.
I say somebody's gonna sneak a 7 in there though.
Let's have a look at Casey here. He's coming around. See where he comes up. Boom, 38.842. He didn't.
Pole.
Actually, that lap was a 9:03, so he did not advance on his lap.
A little slower coming off 4 by the look of it.
Chris Melton just finished his first lap of 38.842. He's tied for pole right now, so we'll want to watch Melton here.
Here we go.
He's got one lap to do it. All he needs is a thousandth of a second, and he's got pole. Here he comes to the line. Got him.
Nice.
8:18.
Dip below down to the flat helped him.
Yeah, and that's it. Nobody else is going to have time to make a lap here. So Chris Melton's going to be your pole sitter for today.
Good job, Chris Melton. Good job, Chris Melton.
Chris Melton and Casey Oden were the ones battling for the lead last week at Watkins Glen, and I know there was a little bit of controversy. There was some beating, some banging. Casey kind of, strong-armed Chris, so I'll bet Chris has something to prove this week. Definitely watching those two.
Definitely proved it by taking pole position tonight.
Absolutely. So we'll have 5 minutes of warm-up here. Then we'll be racing, guys.
Hopefully they practice a few pit stops, because that can be pretty hairy coming off of 4.
Sure can, Dan. Can be done. We ran 41 cars here last week at 30 plus, 41 trucks. It was the biggest race I've ever been in, and we actually had 2 green flag pit stops. Had about 26 cars.
Weren't you 4th in that race?
I did.
Well done. 41 drivers. Wow.
Yeah, we actually had about 26 drivers finish it too, so it was really impressive. This is a really fast track, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch these guys. It's funny, Pete and I were talking just now before the race, and it seemed almost like at the start of this season, the B race was kind of like, nobody wanted to run B. Everybody wanted to run A. And now it seems the other way around. Everybody wants to run B because that's where all the best racing is.
Yeah, close is intense racing.
Let's get our, where is it? Let's get our in-race reporter Mike Glover on the phone real quick. Hey Mike, it's Jay up in the booth, you got me? Mike Glover, you got me?
Hey, Jay.
Hey there, buddy. So we're just looking at the points here. The top 8, really, anybody there can make it into the chase tonight. How are you liking your chances?
You know, these races have been, it's been fun. You know, I won 2 in the early stages of the series, and here in the last little bit, road course killed me, but just still moving forward.
Hey, you're only 10 points back of Patrick right now, so if Patrick has a bad night, then you can capitalize.
Well, I hate to see somebody have a bad night, but if it works out, I'm gonna just gonna, you know, take my chances. I'm gonna ride in the back here, try to get a little bit out of these tires, then try to have something for the latter part of the race.
What do you think the key to this race is going to be tonight?
As I figured out, it's going to be tires, and it's going to be a lot of fuel strategy.
Well, awesome. We look forward to seeing you come up to the field in the latter part of this race, and good luck tonight.
Good luck, Mike.
Hey, appreciate it very much, gentlemen. Talk to you later.
Yep. So that was Mike Glover. Actually, you know what? We need to have a quick look at the points here, folks. Let me pull that screen up.
Yeah, Patrick currently leading by 4 over Ron Carsini, and Dan Aller followed by 5 points back. Close battle in the top 3. Got Paul Hand sitting 4th.
As we can see, Patrick in the lead, followed closely by Ron, 4 points back, Dan 5 points back, Paul 7 points back, Mike 10 points back. So all those guys right there. I mean, if one guy bobbles, we have how many guys in this race right now? 25. So that's 25. Well, it's more than that. I mean, you get 43 points for winning the race. So subtract 25 guys from that. I mean,
you're gonna be down in 9th at that point.
Anybody could be in the chase tonight. It's nobody's game yet. Nobody's locked in that I know of. I mean, anybody could be in the chase tonight. So it's really just up to where you're going to finish and how, like you said, tire strategy and being up at the front. Because, you know, at this track I found that you really want to have that track position. It's hard to pass here.
Extremely hard to pass here. It's going to take a little bit of patience, I think.
Take care of them fenders, take care of them tires, and be there at the end. That's going to be the key to making the last round of the chase.
Definitely, especially when we got 4 sets. You have to take it easy for the first stint at least.
Do you happen to know what the fuel window is here? I think you're in the server right now, aren't you? No, you're not. Yes,
yeah,
you are.
I'm in there.
So, click race real quick and see what the fuel window is.
22 laps, give or take.
Alright, so yeah. 70-some lap race. Tires, you should be alright. Tires, I definitely want to take care of my tires. Alright, folks, there's the anthem. We're going racing.
Gentlemen, start your engine! Let's be ready today, guys. It's going to be a long race.
Alright, folks, let's have a look through the running order here, see where everybody's going to start. As I said earlier, we got Chris Melton and Casey Oden starting on the front row, followed by Jerry and Paul Hahn in the second row.
We got Chad Dugan, followed by Patrick. Then we got Brian and David, followed by Ron Park.
Ooh, Park did not get the field. We may have a restart here. We'll have to see. Brian Kennedy's starting in 12th spot tonight, followed by Wally, who looks to be actually going to the back. 14th is Matt Mattingly, followed by Josh Weems in that number 12 Miller Genuine Draft Truck. Jerry Proctor starting at 16th, followed by John Currency. I guess he must be related to Ron, huh?
Quite possibly. Then we got Mike Gibson, followed by Robert Mormino, and Larry Appleman, Dan Aller. We're going to round out with Mike Glover and Pete and John Lawler. Oh, what the?
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have a restart here. I kind of saw that coming. We didn't get one of the drivers on the field, so...
Yeah, looks that way.
They're having a little wreck fest, and we'll get this thing restarted.
Get it out of the systems now.
So we'll re-rack, guys, and we'll be getting going green here soon. I'm excited for this race, Dan.
It should be very interesting, actually.
The start here and all these restarts are going to be really key here. It's kind of easy to get bogged down and to hold up an entire line, and you'll just have the other line going straight by you and use a whole bunch of positions here.
It's going to be interesting on pit stops to see who takes tires, who doesn't on those restarts, too. Spin those rear tires.
Oh yeah, definitely on them old tires. It's hard to get her going. Pace cars, making that hard left turn down pit road. We're getting ready to go green.
Green, green, green.
Here we go.
She's green flag in the air. They're off.
We see right away Jerry had kind of a bad start there, spun his tires, and front two just got away. Held both of them lines up.
Chris Mountain on the bottom, holding the line through 1 and 2. Gonna take the lead off out of 2.
I just really like that high line, Dan. It just seems to work better for me personally. It's
well.
better passing opportunities up there. You can wind that baby up and just slingshot around. You see Casey Oden hot on Melton's tail right now.
And we stand off him just a little bit so he doesn't take him up through the turn.
So as we complete lap 2, our top 5 is Chris Melton, Casey Oden, Jerry, Patrick Ravik, I've been corrected, and Paul Hahn.
Nice clean first lap too. Very nice.
Looks like Jerry's having a little look at Casey right now, but I just don't see that move going anywhere. And he actually might lose a spot here if he's not careful.
He's gonna. He might even lose 2 because here comes Patrick on the outside as well.
So I'm saying if you don't have help, I just don't like making a move to the inside. It does not seem to work here.
Yeah, if you ain't got somebody in front of you or behind you, you're done.
Now see, this might work with if Melton decides to stay on the bottom, but you can get a lot more speed on that top line, so they both might lose the spots here. Too wide for the lead, coming through 3 and 4 here. A nice little gaggle going back here for 5th and 6th spot.
7th, 8th, and 9th, and 10th. It's 2 wide by 3 deep.
Actually, we're 3 wide right now. Holy smoke!
Here we go. Oh boy.
They made it work, but oh.
Caution's out.
I just saw that coming. That just wasn't going to work. And actually, I don't think that wasn't them, but they were bouncing off of each other. Let's have a look here and see what happened. That was Mike Gibson, not to be confused with Mike Glover. And it looks like he just lost it coming through 2 there, Dan. Watching the replay here.
Pace cars, let's get caught up.
Let's have a look on the in-car scene and see what happens with the steering wheel here. Actually, it looks like he might have had to check up for Larry Appleman. It's definitely his own fault, but he was checking up to miss Larry Appleman and kind of had to go high, and when he went to turn back low, the car just came around on him.
Yep.
Didn't hit anything.
That's what it looks like. No, didn't hit anything.
So we'll reset, get another go.
See if there's any takers for pit road. Maybe top up on that fuel tank a little.
I definitely would.
I would as well. Any chance I had, I'd be down pit road.
It's really annoying being in a sim racer. You don't actually get a crew chief, so you have to make all these decisions by yourself on the fly. So if I'm Chris Melton, I don't know what to do. Do I stay out? If I stay out, then everybody else comes in. If I come in, you know, 2nd through 5th stays out and I'm screwed. I just lost all my track positions. So what do?
I'd still go down pit road. Long race yet. Well, that's what I would do. Oh, here we go. See what he does. And he's going down pit road. Couple. Oh, Odin stays out.
Got quite a few takers, but quite a few non-takers as well. Counting 11 cars that stayed out, so looks like Chris will be coming out in about 12th spot here.
Should be in alright shape. Have a little extra fuel. Might be able to do a lap or 2 extra. Different strategy.
Absolutely, and he's quick, so I mean, we'll see him come through the field pretty quick, I think.
I think so too.
So now that everybody's come down pit road, let's have a quick look at the top 10. We got Casey Oden in first place, followed by Chad Dugan, Park Stocker, Josh Weems, a newcomer to the series, Brian Pace, Mark Mattingly, Dan Aller, John Caranci, Robert Marino, and Pete Ravik.
And Park Stocker, that's an interesting name.
Looks like Mike Gibson has been parked for the night.
Looks like his I think I even see his transporter leaving the parking lot already.
We've actually been having quite a bit of problems lately in this series. Well, not just this series, pretty much all series with cautions lately. So a lot of the servers are starting to crack down on this. One caution, you're out. So you got to take care of your truck. I mean, we're on lap 6. There's no reason to be, spinning out on lap 6.
Yeah.
So we'll reset and get going again. I'd like to see some green flag pit stops here tonight, Dan. How about you?
I'd love to see some green flag pit stops. What kind of strategy these guys have got for tonight. I know my strategy Saturday night out at Mosport and the trucks kind of failed. We only had 7 drivers, but got talking to the last 3 that were in the room and went up over the hill after turn 1 and got a little wide and plowed into the safer barrier.
It's a lot harder at road courses trying to figure out that strategy by yourself while you're trying to figure out where the braking points are, where your guy in front of you's braking points are. It's tough.
I had a 30-second lead. Nobody was near me. I just lost concentration.
That happens.
It's like, oh, right, wrong corner. Oops, slow down, slow down. Oh, no, I'm in the grass. Oh, safer barrier.
That happened to me at Watkins Glen, that second to last turn where that sand trap is. Coming in there about 40 miles an hour faster than I normally do. I'm like, oh no, here we go.
Never gonna turn out good.
We should be going green this time by, I suspect.
See what Chad and Casey can do in the front row. See which one gets away first this time.
Our in-race reporter, where is he at? Mike Glover. Still back in 20 seconds, so he's doing what he said he was going to do, just ride around. Yeah, long race.
Exactly his strategy.
And we are going green.
Green. Let's be patient here.
A lot better start this time, I think, up at the front. Oh, as I say that, got a couple guys spinning their tires.
Stocker spins his a little bit.
I think he got a little bit of a shove by Brian, but
I think so too.
He saved it, so it's alright.
Get away clean.
Both Stalker and, what's his name? Weems are new to this series. I believe this is both of their first race in this league. Wow, Chris Melton lost 2 spots on that restart, but before the lap finished, gained 3 spots back. That's pretty impressive.
Very nice.
Currently in 11th place.
For how long remains to be seen.
Tell you what, that Chad Dugan car and the Casey Oden truck kind of look the same. Especially from the rear.
Oh, somebody got a little wide. Saved it.
That would be Weems, I believe.
No, that was actually Park. No, Pace, sorry. Brian Pace, actually. Got a little loose and saved it, though.
Great driver, Brian. He got shunted last week at Watkins Glen on the first corner of the first lap and went all the way to the rear. And drove all the way back up. I think he finished 6th or so. Definitely a good drive for Brian.
Oh, watching the replay, he was sideways.
These front 3 have just pulled away. Ooh, we're going 4 wide almost, 3 wide, coming out of 3, 4. Oh,
Oh, I think we're gonna go four wide again, by the look of it. No, maybe not. Oh, they pair up.
it's just so hard to pass here. You pull out to make a move and you just stall. There's nowhere to go.
Seems they got it all sorted out back there. Single file almost. Jerry's gonna try an inside now.
Back up at the front, looks like we do have a lead change here. Dan Aller up front. Chris Melton is up to 7th spot right now. Let's have a look at Chris, see where he's at. He's doing alright. Got a little bit of ground to make up right now though. He's currently 2 seconds back or later. I think Josh Williams has called it a night.
Yes, he has. He was involved in a little bit of a tussle earlier, got into the wall.
Arrow is definitely a big deal here. You get any sort of red damage here tonight, you're just might as well park it because you're not going to go anywhere.
Even with some yellow, you don't go anywhere. Looks like the drivers will settle down a little bit, get into a rhythm.
It's like Chad Dugan and Casey Oden there have closed the gap to Dan. Dugan actually kind of having a look right now. I think he wants that lead.
Blame him. More points, lead most laps, get a point.
That is true. So let's have a look, see where our...
Dan needs the points. He's sitting third in points right now.
So I was just going to look who our highest running chase guy is right now. Is currently Dan.
Miller, our leader.
If the field was to finish as it is right now, it would be Dan, Patrick. Patrick's only back in 10th spot, so I mean, it's too close to call right now. It's just too many spots to try to calculate that.
A little early yet.
I do like where he's at though. Out front's the best way to guarantee you're out gonna make the next round. I don't know if I mentioned it, but this is the final race of this round. So after this race, 4 people will be eliminated.
So right now we've got Dan, our leader, would make it in through. Mark Mattingly would make it through. Patrick and Paul.
We got really strung out here. It's from the leader back to who's our last place driver right now? John Crancy is 8 seconds. Looks like Casey Oden had a bit of a slip up there. He's kind of dropping back from the leaders. Chad Dugan having a look at the lead right now. He wants it. I just don't like that inside line now. Unless you got Casey right behind him, it's not going to work.
Casey's not close enough for it.
gonna have a look back through the field here to see what's going on.
A little bit of a battle back in 5th, 6th, 7th there. 8, 9, 10 is starting to close the gap a little bit.
Milton is up to 4th spot. How do I keep missing and making all these moves?
Vehicle slowly but silently.
Oh, we got people pitting here.
Oh, wow, yeah, Dan just pitted.
I'm guessing we're at lap 20. Those are the guys that stayed out. As well as Casey stayed out as well. So, I will shake things up.
Works out for them.
So those other guys are going to have about 5 or 6 laps extra. So, I mean, for the next 5 or 6 laps, we're going to see people diving down pit road here.
Dan's leaving pit road right now as we speak. Leaders look like they're just coming past pit entrance.
So you see Park pulling down a pit road, make his stop.
55 mile an hour has got to be brutal.
Now this is interesting. Melton is back in the lead right now. Casey is in second, but Casey has to stop in the next lap or two. He did not get fuel, whereas Melton did.
We just hit lap 22, so he's probably going this lap, I bet. I got a nickel. Watch the RPM, see what happens. No? Can try for another one. I'd have just lost my nickel.
Caution's out.
What a break for Casey. Where's his caution at?
I'm looking.
Yeah, it looks like it was Wally pulling.
Let's get caught up.
Let's have a look, see what happened here. Oh, he just lost it off of 2, all by himself. Let's have a look on the in-car camera and see what happened here with the steering wheel. He downshifted. He downshifted twice. I don't understand what that was all about.
I don't either. I just checked the replay myself. I heard it.
He downshifted in a second. It's weird.
That is very strange. Unless I had a transmission problem there.
Pit road's
Jumped
open
out
this
of gear,
time,
you might
bye.
be grabbing, hit the wrong gear. Twice?
That is weird. I mean, I can understand downshifting coming down the pit road, but not on the backstretch. That's just... I just want to think something happened. Something must have happened. Maybe his cat jumped on his steering wheel or something. I don't know.
I've heard some stories. So
I've had it happen, man.
Wonder if we can get a word with him at all.
So I think just about everybody here is going to come down pit road. Dan Aller looks like he's going to be the big loser here. He was up in the lead, pitted, then the caution came out, and now he's...
He got burned.
Well, actually, no. I'm looking at this backwards. He's going to...
Right back.
Yeah, he's going to go right back to the front.
He's going to be down a lap or two on fuel, but that's about it.
The big winner there definitely is going to be Casey Oden, I think. He was a lap from having to go down pit road there, and caution came out and saved his butt.
Definitely.
Looks like we'll have a couple more guys coming down pit road here, so I'm going to refrain from calling out the standings. I think we have some lap down cars here about to take the wave around.
I think that, yeah, I was gonna say, I think we got a couple of wave rooms. There they go, 3 of them. So after all that, Dan ends up in 17th. Pitted with the lead. Went through the cycle, caution came out, ends up 17th. Ouch.
He actually just came down pit road to top off.
That's why he's back there.
Yes. And you know, at this stage of the race, 26 laps in, I don't blame him. It's not a bad move. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens here. 26 of 72, so 22 is 48. Plus another 22 is 50, 70. So we're going to have to pit at least 3 more times. I mean, if you stretch it, if we get enough cautions, you can make it on 2 more pit stops. But if it goes green from here, you're going to be 2 laps short. Because that'll put you at lap 70 running out. You'll have 2 laps to go. So that'll be kind of interesting. Right now, it's a field game.
Right now, at least, unless we get a late caution and now to throw everything out of turn 1. We'll green this lap. Let's see what happens here.
I want to think we're going to see Melton doing his thing here, but we'll have to see. Brian Pace is in 4th right now. He's hungry for a win.
Green, green, green.
Looks like Patrick got a really good start there and gave a good old shove to Chris.
He definitely did. Too bad Brian wasn't there because he just outside the field back in 13. And Chris Melton back to the point.
Patrick, our current point leader right now, is in 2nd. If he stays here, he's definitely in.
Most definitely. On our 2nd place in points, sitting down at 12.
Hey, you see how everybody, like all the people in the chase are just spread throughout this field, so it's gonna come down to the last lap to decide who gets into the next round. It really is.
It will. Oh, we're gonna try and take the point here on the outside.
I do love that outside line.
New leader at the line, Casey Owen. How long will it last? Not very long. Oh, no, maybe not.
Dean Gear making his first appearance in the top 5 tonight. He's having a good run so far. Unfortunately, he got knocked out of the chase in the last round. Oh dear. These guys are getting kind of dicey up here at the front, it looks like.
Melton gear, the whole line right there. Oh, little tap.
Oh boy.
Sideways. Nice save, Melton there.
Both of those guys. Let's have another look at that.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, see, he kind of chopped Dean there and almost took both of them out.
Pace touches the yellow line, backs up 3 spots, maybe 4, 5.
Apron is not your friend.
Wow, he lost 5 spots. Back in the lead, we got Casey Oden, almost a second, recording the second lead.
Man, from 10th on back to 20th is just one big gaggle right now. It's kind of crazy.
Casey's looking in his mirror going, you guys keep fighting back there. Keep fighting.
John Lawler running in 17th right now. He's having a good day so far. Our English supporter Mike Glover's up to 16th, having a little test, I think, to see how fast he can get up to the field. I see a lot of beat indoors here as I'm looking through the field. Definitely don't want to have your bodywork damaged on an aero track like this.
Yeah, even door damage is gonna hurt you. See the 3 of them are second, third, and fourth, getting down a nice little line, trying to catch Casey here.
So as we complete lap 36, this is the halfway point of the race, Stan. So what are you thinking about at the half point of the race?
Thinking it's going to come down to that last 2-3 laps with these top 5.
They're definitely going to have to work together. No one car is going to be able to. Yeah. No one car is going to be able to just pull out and go drive themselves to the front. You're going to have help.
The only way one car is going to get out is if they pull a wild pit strategy and get lucky.
So Casey falls all the way back to 4th. I wonder if he's sinking fuel. We're about halfway through this fuel run here.
Yeah, about halfway through.
They're all strung out, kind of just gonna ride around for a while now.
Follow the leader till somebody makes a move.
I know how frustrating it can get running 4th, 5th, 6th, car back in a big line and just have nowhere to go. Just ride around.
Yeah, try it around, save fuel. That's all I do. Only top 6, top 5 are only separated by a little full second. Second and a half almost.
So next week we got Bristol. That'll be fun.
Oh, that should be fun.
Definitely one of those wild card races. We ran a race at SRZ at Bristol the other night, night race, and the tire wear was beautiful. You could push hard through an entire tire run and just battling.
Good to hear.
We actually had a actual NASCAR driver with us last week at SRZ, Garrett Smithley. He drove the number 63 truck this weekend at Michigan. He finished 14th.
Nice.
So shout out to Garrett if you're watching.
Definitely, definitely. Awesome job, Jay.
Garrett.
Or Gary, sorry.
Garrett.
Wonder if he was on due to help from Kyle Pillman, probably. Since Kyle does actually work for Hendrick Motorsports.
We got quite a few guys racing with us that are in the sport.
I'm still waiting for my signature from Dale Earnhardt Jr.
You can get on a long list. I've been begging for a Jeff Gordon. Said it's my birthday, Kyle, and he didn't care.
No, didn't care.
So let's have a look to the field here. I mean, the top 12 hasn't really changed much at all.
Nothing.
But we do have a bit of a gaggle going on for about 7th through 10th. Looks like we do have one guy coming down. Yeah.
Just pitted.
Seems a bit early. 26. Oh well, no, because we last pitted on lap 26, so it puts him right in the window.
Stretch it?
I don't know, if you're stretching it, then he's doing it the wrong way. As we see Mark manually make that hard left turn down pit road. It's really tough to make it coming off that corner at 190 miles an hour. You can get up to 215 on this track down the backstretch, so getting a pit road here is kind of tough.
Excruciating.
See now, from lap 46, if you got 22 laps, that puts you at 68. So you need to get to at least lap 49 if you're going to try to make this your last stop. I think, anyways.
At least, yeah, 49, 48, 50, somewhere in there, and then
and just baby it. I mean, you basically don't even have to really race. If you just 3/4 throttle around the track, you could, I mean, theoretically stretch it out. And that's if we don't have a caution. One caution and all that goes away. I mean, if we get the caution in the next 10 laps, all that goes out the window.
Everything. Any strategy you had, gone. Chris is definitely not saving any during this run, that's for sure. Looks like Second's gonna be pitting. No, that's Pete, sorry.
Dean Greer in the gas there, or grass there, almost, it's kind of, ooh. Who was that almost lost it? That Hall actually did lose it. He's nosed into the wall right now.
Who's on pit road though? It shouldn't be.
Oh, we got another one spinning back there.
Spinning out coming into pit road. Wow.
Who was that?
Thiessen. Jerry. He just hit escape. He's out. Caution. Nope. We're still green, so that's good.
I thought I heard a sound. I thought the caution came out. That would have been really... Oh, it did come out. We are under caution. Wow. So, there goes that.
He spun before pit road, that's why.
Pace cars, let's get caught up.
So that's what we're talking about. Green flag pit stops. That's the first one we saw tonight. And, scary coming down pit road like that. It's easy to do. I mean, I've done it. I'm sure you've done it.
Many times come down in off that corner, boom, done, ouch.
So all that strategy, folks, that we were just talking about, forget about it.
Yeah, it doesn't mean a thing now.
However, if I'm coming down pit road, I probably am going to wait till the second lap. As stupid as that sounds, it gives you a little bit of breathing room, especially if we get a green-white checkered.
I'm going first time by, I hate to say it.
I mean, that's the smart thing, track position with, 22 laps to go. But
And it's very hard to pass. These top 5 have just been nose to tail. So, I'm going first time.
Pit road's open, this time by.
looks like Gary is our lucky dog. He almost plowed into somebody coming off pit road there just now. That was scary. Man, these cameras don't give me a good shot down pit road. That sucks.
Yeah, they don't. There's one about halfway down pit road.
Yeah, but there's not one that's at the end of pit road, which is what I want.
And it's not really high enough either, it's on the wrong side. I'll have to remember that for
So I know
of course.
Dean Gear, he pitted a couple laps before the caution came out.
Yes, he did. About 3 if I'm not wrong.
He's currently listed as the leader. Do you come in right now if you're Dean? I think you kind of gotta have to.
I don't know. Leading the pack. I've been looking down at that fuel gauge and starting to do the math.
You're not in chase. What else you got to lose? I mean,
That's true, he's not in the chase, so... no, what? No, he's not. He was eliminated last round.
looks like we'll have several wave rounds here.
5.
1 to go. This time by.
And there goes the wave room. So here is not gonna pit. He's gonna try and see if he can stretch it. I'd be shutting her off though. Saving every bit of fuel I could.
Looks like we're going to be joined in the booth by Wally Pullen. Hi Wally, welcome to the booth.
Howdy, Wally.
Alright, sir.
What happened to you there on the backstretch, buddy? Looked like you shifted down in the third and the second and spun it around.
I don't know. Got too many people talking to me at the same time. This is pitiful. Hold on. Let me shut them off. Wow. No, I felt like I got spun out, but my rev lifted up. I looked at the replay. I lifted up and just went around. I don't know why. It shouldn't have happened like that, but.
Sounded like his third and then second.
No, it wasn't even like I was on the gas, just coming through the turn, and boom.
That's crazy. Well, we are going green here, Wally, so we're going to watch the lead. Now, most of these guys should be able to make it from here on fuel.
And cool. I feel like Michael Waltrip. I'm up in the booth now.
And they are
Green flag flies.
Looks like Patrick might be getting hung out to dry here. I don't like this move here.
I might have some help coming from behind him though. He's got one behind him. Dean's gonna hold it out on the high side. That's what I like.
Doubling up door to door, side by side down the front stretch. This is a good race right here.
Absolutely.
Field is doubled up.
Looks like Casey got a huge push on backstretch from Brian.
Oh, now we're gonna go 3 wide. Uh-oh.
Oh!
Casey's around. We gotta be.
And there goes Melton too.
A high
no
crash down
Oh.
the straightaway.
We got a huge wreck here.
Everybody is involved. The top 6 make it through.
So let's have another look at this real quick, see what happened.
Casey.
That's another look.
Pace cars, let's get caught up.
Yeah, Casey got into the little left.
That's,
Right in front of him.
that's what I saw. That's, I don't know, Chris kind of pushed up, but I mean, I kind of got to fault Casey there for making it 3 wide right there with not much room.
That was all Casey.
You got to give somebody, you know, a half a lane when you're going that fast.
I wouldn't have stuck her in there.
No. Now we got 3, 4, 5 beat up cars. That's just sucky. But
Them's the brakes.
Patrick, I think that was Patrick.
Yeah, he's gonna skate through in second. Good
It must
job
have been
by him.
Pete that I saw down on the apron here. Yeah, it was his.
That was Pete.
That was Pete. So let's reset again, and this is doing nothing but good things for Dean right now, who I know pitted a couple laps before the caution came out. This is just helping him with fuel, so I mean he might be good now.
Pit road's open. This time by.
I knew these boys wouldn't keep quiet for long.
I don't think so either. I think it's just gonna get worse from here.
Yeah, it's dicey. I mean, it's a fast track. You're doing 215 miles an hour when you're diving into turn 1. It's definitely not for the faint of heart. Seeing most of the field coming down pit road here.
When they say boys have at it, we have at it.
That's right, man.
It may be a cartoon game, but man, it is as real as it's ever going to get for all of us.
Closest I'm ever gonna get.
It's as close as I'm going to get. Yeah, man. Yeah, baby. Let's get a yeah, baby. These boys are about to settle it out.
Look who's running in fifth spot right now. Mike Glover, our in-race reporter. Let's pull him down real quick.
Yeah, I love that.
Mike, it's Jay up in the booth. You got me, buddy?
Hey Jay, how's it going, buddy?
Look at you creeping up at the end of this race, sitting in fifth. How you doing, bud? How's your race going?
It's going good. I just sat around, waited a little bit, let everybody get settled down, and then just slowly started working my way up. I'm looking at fuel. I'm thinking we can make it. So just gonna sit back and see what happens.
We've calculated in the somewhere range of 22 laps you can pull easily.
Are you good for on fuel from here, Mike?
Yeah, I got 19. So I think I might be right there at the edge, but we'll see. It works out. Maybe we might get another caution here. We're just gonna hang in there.
I would bet a nickel on that. Last question for you. What do you think would be the winning move? How are you going to get to the front here to win?
1 to go, this time by.
Are you going on the inside or the outside?
I think I'm just going to ride back here and just follow through, let people make their mistakes, and just try to capitalize on that.
Awesome, Mike. Well, we look forward to watching you, buddy. Good job. Good luck.
Hey, thank you. Thank you, guys.
I am going out on a limb here. I think the A race is over. It is over.
I wonder who won that race.
Well, I'm trying to figure out. Looks like John Richards, followed by Kyle Pillman, Peter Eastern, Floyd Broadley, and Rob Partridge riding on your top 5.
Nice. Good job, Ball.
Interesting. So, as we reset, we got, 16 laps to go.
Dean looks like he's going to take the inside on this restart. Interesting choice.
That's kind of bold.
I went outside personally.
As do I.
Dean, Patrick, Brian, Mike, Robert, top 5, looking at
Green,
the
green,
green flag. Green flag flies. They're underway once
Dean,
again
next
around the
start.
speedway.
It's an interesting start.
57 laps in the books. They round turn 2, side-by-side battle out of 2 for the second and third spot. Field makes her way into turn 3, trying to single out. Still second and third, battling it out. Through turn 4. Patrick and Paul can't make their mind up. 5th and 6th, mixing it up now, down into 1.
It's like they're in a checkmate right now. I mean, just neither lane is going anywhere. He is. I mean, he can control.
That bottom line held its own in the restart.
Great racing is what it is.
Well, Dean's in a great spot right now because if they're 2 by 2 behind him, he can control which lane moves forward and which lane goes back. So I really like where he's at. He's looking good.
Oh, that was
These top 7 drivers have made a big old lead here.
Side by side for the lead.
Battle for the lead now. We got Patrick and Dean battling for the lead. Paul 3rd, Mike 4th.
Look at them, they're 3 by 3. 2 by 2 down the backstretch. Got 2 packs going on now. They separated themselves a little bit. That could be good for the long run. Oh, they're getting dicey back there, though. Still side by side, 3 wide going into one almost. It looks like a high-speed pace lap.
Right now, if my math is correct, if they were to finish as they are now, it would be Patrick, Paul, Mike, and Ron, your top 4 for the chase. But we still have 12 laps to go.
12 laps is a long way around Michigan.
Anything can happen in 12 laps.
Tires are burning, gas is burning, yeah.
I tell you what, there's a lot of hungry folks up here at the front of this race right now.
Dean's holding his own now.
If you're in that front pack, it's go time.
Only 2 of those guys up in the top 7 right now have wins this year. And that's Paul and Mike. So there's quite a few hungry drivers here. Well, actually, I'm sorry. Yeah, Dean has some wins. But there's still quite a few hungry drivers up here for this win. Oh, it looks like somebody pounded the wall there coming out of 2 or 4. Patrick having a look. Now does Paul to go with him? He's going to need Paul to go with him.
Gonna need a friend to dance with, that's for sure. They all go with him almost. Oh!
Patrick's going to make it work. Now he needs to...
The slide job, the slingshot. Side by side. Oh, baby. That's how you get it done.
So Paul's looking at, or Dean's looking at possibly missing out on 3-4 spots here before this thing's over with.
Hold him high.
The bottom line is actually kind of working right now. Kind of surprised.
According to how brave you are to hold it on the inside.
That's right.
The bottom line really is the quicker way, but
Oh, Dean's gonna challenge for a run on the low side. He's going into 1.
you're gonna burn your tires out a lot quicker running down there. That's the problem.
Yes.
You can go down there and you can make some time, but you're gonna burn them out. Oh! Side by side down the back straightaway.
He's gonna lose 2.
He's going to lose a couple there. He bobbled. Looks like Chris Melton's back up to 8th spot right now, but I gotta believe he's got damage on that truck.
I think so too.
But he did catch up by himself. He did catch up by himself to that front pack there, so I mean there is that. He's in the catbird seat right now to try to come up through for some spots, but we only have 8 laps to go. Make that 6. 6 laps to go.
Try that outside line. One more try.
Now I actually do kind of like where he's at. He's got a friend. The guy inside does not. Was that Ron? Yeah, Ron's going to slot back in behind him. Dan, when would you make your... Oh, as we got a big crash. Brian Pace, Mike Glover,
Pace,
Dan, Kenny.
Look out.
Pace cars.
Oh, dear.
Walla just smoked Kenny. Oh my god.
Oh,
Somebody
no.
Check on Kenny.
Where did that all go wrong?
Oh my god, somebody check on Kenny. Make sure he's not dead. Nope, that's not. Oh, Dan Ellis got huge damage. Oh wow. Got a right front down.
Alright, let's have a look here, see what happened. Looks like it was between Glover. As I have another look here trying to figure out where everybody was. It was between Kenny, Glover, and Aller. Now let's look right here.
Glover tapped, Glover tapped
That he
Dan,
did.
and was on.
And he checked up and Dan had nowhere to go and smashed into him. Oh, and Brian Pace clobbers Mike. Nowhere to go. Ron went with him.
You can take a look from Paces.
Oh, wow.
All he sees is smoke. He
Pit
goes to the
road's
high
open.
side
This time
and it just
by.
closes up. He's got nowhere. Oh wow, he hits Glover hard.
He had nowhere to go. I mean, he just piled in. A lot of people piled in there. I'm not sure what happened with Law and Lawler there though. It kind of seemed like the wreck had happened already. So what was he? Let's have a look here. I'm gonna watch Brian pile in here. That is just unfortunate.
Oh, yeah, Lawler just smokes Kenny hard. Like drives right through him.
He zigged when he should have zagged, is what it looks like. He thought Kenny was going to go all the way to the bottom, and he didn't. He kind of stalled there in the middle of the track. That's why when those big wrecks come out, I just stop. I mean, there's no reason once the cautions are out to keep going. It's unfortunate for them. So, wow. This is going to shake up the points, Dan. Wally.
This is huge.
Dan was in it. Mike Glover was in it.
Who's left? So Patrick's gonna make it through. Ron's gonna make it through. Where's the rest?
The next would be Robert. No, Robert's not in it. Kenny, he's in the chase, but he just got clobbered.
Larry Norman, where is he?
Larry is actually not in this race, so
Oh, so he's not even here. What about Larry Apple?
you know what? I'm not even going to try right now to figure it out. It's just too crazy right now. So with 5 laps remaining, we got Patrick, Ron, Chris, Mark, Pete, Dean, Gary, Park, and Chad and Paul rounding out your top 10. How many of those guys have damage? I don't know.
Fair amount, I'm imagining. And by the look, we got Patrick, Ron. They're gonna make the chase.
Ooh.
One to go. This time by.
We're gonna go one.
Dean comes down pit road. It's 1 to go. A lot of guys come with him. That's actually not a bad move because I think most of those guys have an extra set of tires in the pit wall right now.
That's
If
true.
my math is correct, most of those guys still have 1 set left. Because they didn't take their first set till at least lap 22, and then lap 44.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
put them on our,
This
yeah,
this is
they
their
put them on.
this is their last set.
Gonna put them on and just pull it to the floor and never
Oh
mind.
yeah, come down, get you some feel goods. 5 laps to go. You only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys to pass who are on feel bads.
See if you can get a pit man to go out there and slap a piece of tape on if nobody notices.
I kind of like where Dean's at right now. He's gonna slot out in 6th spot. That's perfect.
That's not bad.
With some feel goods, he's in the catbird seat right now. I know his broadcasters were supposed to be impartial, but I like what Dean's doing right now.
That was a good move. I'm gonna pick him as my winner. Calling it now, right here. Dean is your winner.
I'd bet a penny on that.
I'll match that penny.
I'm not sure if we'll be getting the 1 to go here, but there's only going to be about 2 or 3 laps to go when we do
Oh, we got
go
the one
green.
to go. We're going green right here.
So that'll leave us with 3 laps to go. Looks like Patrick is taking the inside line once again.
I'm gonna keep my eye on Dean here in my view. See what happens.
Green, green, green.
Oh wow, that's still on replay there.
Oh, and he got a great restart. Dean did. Give him that high line of push. Patrick and Chris on the bottom. Sorry, Patrick and Ron on the bottom.
Oh, nice move to the inside there. I wish he had a friend though.
I do too, but he don't. He might better hold on the inside though with fresh tires over Mark.
See where Mike Glover is right now. He's currently sitting back in 16th.
Now, Dean's got to help. He's got friends.
They are 3 wide coming around across the start line.
Wow.
2 laps to go.
Dean cutting to the inside for second place.
I like that move. Oh, and look, Patrick's coming down to cover him.
Out the block.
That's a block, but it's helping him.
Oh, it did. He needed it. It's working. Totally
Look at the move Paul's. Where did Paul come from?
Oh, where'd that cart come from? Oh my God.
And they're bumping. They're bumping.
Did they save it?
No. We're gonna have a green-white checkered here.
Oh, what a race was going
Pace
on.
cars, let's get caught up.
Back to the white flag.
Oh man, they needed one more corner. That was, oh.
They had a two to go moment. Oh, that's a shame. What a great battle. About to shape up. We're going to get one more chance at it.
They were like
Oh, wow. You know what happened here? Park Stalker. He was in the middle there and 3 wide. Chris Melton comes down and taps him just a little bit. And then all of a sudden he just turned right. I don't know what he did there. I'm watching it again, in-car camera. See, Dean started to drift up a little bit and he just way overcorrected and smashed right into Melton. And from there, chaos ensued. So here, folks, watch the steering wheel. You see the car of Dean right next to him.
Wow, what a right hand.
Yeah, you see Dean right next to him start to drift up. And then boom, he turns right.
Starting to get loose.
It definitely could have been a possibility. I'm not going to say either one way or the other. It's just definitely that was the cause, is his turning right there.
Oh, he was loose getting into the corner and starting to drift up into Melton. Melton tapped him back down. Yeah. Dean come up a little bit. I think it scared him a little. And then
So we're going to do this again. So who's left? I mean,
who's Merlino? He got absolutely cremated.
that sucks. So right now, as it stands, Patrick in
He
first.
didn't even slow down. He went into that wreck full tilt.
Dean's in second place right now, with Gary Proctor in third, Ron Caranci in fourth, Mark Magdalene fifth, Casey Oden sixth, John Caranci 7th, Brian Kinney 8th, Mike Glover 9th, and Chris Melton's in 10th spot, but I gotta believe he's got some major damage.
I just checked out an in-car camera from Merlino's car. Never lifted going into that wreck and absolutely turned around like 7 times.
So, right now I think this battle is going to be between Patrick and Dean. However, I saw that run Paul got. He came from out of nowhere all the way to the back bumper of Dean. I mean, in one straightaway. So,
That is true.
I mean,
Dean's on the outside this time.
I say anybody 6th forward definitely has a shot. I mean, Casey Oden, look right there, 6th. He's been leading out front all day. So,
He's got a little bit of damage though.
he does, but he might have some field goods, whereas some of those other guys don't.
So, first attempt at a green-white checker, starting out with Patrick, Dean, Jerry, Ron, Mark, Casey, John, Brian, Mike, Chris, Paul, Pete, Robert, Chad, Dan, John.
We're going to go around one more time.
Flagger's going to give him the 1 to go signal this time by. We're going to go green next time.
Look at this big squiggle of tire marks along the front stretch here.
That was from
1 to go this time
Merlino
by.
spinning around.
The red lights have now been turned off around the speedway, so we're going to go green this time by.
Speaking of the lights, have a look at those sweet lights that Larry Norman programmed into this this pace car. It's just blinky all over the place.
I'd like to see a Mustang out there personally, but
them lights should be off. Yeah, we're going green this time by.
They should be.
driver's a little slow.
First attempt at a green-white checker.
We will.
Patrick, Dean, and Jerry going to be the top three leading them on.
Still going with Dean on this.
So we do get 3 chances at what we call NASCAR's overtime, green, white, checkered. Basically, you take the green flag, you take the white flag, and you take the checkered flag. If the leader does not cross and take the white flag, and there's a caution, then we'll get another chance at green, white, checkered. If he takes that white flag, the race is over. Wherever you cross, that's it. So let's hope they can get it under green. I'd really like to see that.
I'd like to see it go just one shot, one and done.
Patrick and Dean make up the front row. Ron and Mark make up the second row. Casey is running 5th. Brian Kennedy 6th. Side by side, door handle to door handle. Black got the green go stick in his hand. Green, white, checkered attempt number 1.
Pace truck's
Pace car's moving.
Green, green, green.
Green means go. Down across the stripe.
Oh, we got a great restart there by both Patrick and Dean. Wow, side by side going into one.
Now, who has the most friends is the question here.
You don't have friends at this point. You're going for it.
We're
It's
find out
time
after
to
two.
move. 3 wide down the back stretch. Oh, they break it
Oh,
up.
Dean with a great run down the back stretch, but Patrick does have help.
So I said you gotta have a friend here. It's just
Oh,
Dean's going to the high.
wow. Look at Dean getting that drive off.
Fresh tires, fresh tires.
Wow, that is exactly right. He's got them feel goods. Now all he has to do is cover Patrick, and he's got this in the bag.
white flag flies. They
Right,
make it back to
flags
the
in the air,
line.
change.
They finish.
Now you just gotta play it safe, play it safe.
Oh, they're crashing behind him.
Doesn't matter, it's over. White flag is out. Doing everything you can to make sure nobody can get a draft off him.
Through 3 and 4. The final time out of 3 and 4. Dean is going to take the double checkered flags. Jerry comes home 2nd. Patrick 3rd. Ron 4th. Mark Manley rounds out the top 5 finishers.
Good job, Dean. Gary with the win. Jerry Proctor rounding out 2nd place. Patrick 3rd. 4th for Ron. Mark Madeline will get your top 5. Casey squeezes into 6th. Paul Hand will be your 7th place winner. 8th will be Brian Kenny. Chris Melton will be number 9. Rounding out your top 10. Chad Dugan.
So provisionally, all right, and this is provisionally. Well, I don't even want to say that yet. I would say Patrick is definitely in. Ron is definitely in. Paul, I would say probably definitely in. The last spot might be Brian Kenny's. I am not sure though.
By my count, yes.
Because he was 17 spots back, so he would have had to finish 7 spots at least in front of Mike Glover, who's in 5th. Did he do that? Where did Glover finish? 12th. So he didn't.
Well,
So
Glover's gonna get in.
that last spot, I'm not sure. Larry Appleman, where did he finish? 19th. So he's definitely out. Larry Norman, he didn't make the race, so he's definitely out. So I want to say that last spot's going to be Mike Glover.
I'm gonna say so well. Our in-race reporter may get that final chase spot.
Dan Allers in 14th. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to wait till the points come out. So you'll want to go to GTRL.net to see who made it in. But provisionally, I'm going to say that Patrick, Ron, and Paul are definitely in. That last spot might be Mike's. It might be Brian Kenny's, and it might actually be Dan Allers. Dan Allers, 4 back. 5 back.
5 ahead of Mike. So he's got Mike covered, so Mike can't beat him.
That last spot is just kind of up in the air. It might be Mike Glover, it might be Dan Aller. I'm not sure.
It's going to be close. All going to come down to points. Dan did lead some laps, so he's going to get another point there. So he might, just might, this is provisional, he just might get that fourth and final chase spot.
Let's see if we can get our winner down here and have a chat real quick.
Yeah, let's bring Patrick on in.
Dean.
Or Dean in.
Dean, it's Jay. You got me?
Hey Jay, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, man, that was awesome to watch. Wait, a nice move coming down to get them feel goods there at that last pit stop.
Yeah, I was calculating I only had about a half a lap short, and I thought, well, I think if we have another caution, I'll be okay. And then when it popped out, I said, well, I'm going to take some tires. So I think it did a lot of good to get the tires, and everybody else was on different strategies. So it wasn't too hard to handle in the turn. You know what I mean?
I definitely think you made the right move there because, I mean, we saw Patrick and Jerry making a big move on the inside there, and you drove around them by yourself with no friends. So that was just a big power move on the outside with fresh tires. Great call on that, dude. How was the race?
The race was good. I settled down and just thought I'd just race the race and see what comes to me. And I think the middle was doing a lot better, so I was getting a big run off the top and then getting down, and I could make some moves on the bottom, above the guys on the bottom. And I think that was working out good, and it just did again right there at the end of the race. If you saw, I really got a good jump on him on the middle there, and I kept it tight. So I think I got lucky tonight.
That was the move of the race, going in and get those 4 tires and then taking the outside on that. That was a heck of a drive.
Power move for sure. Great job, Dean. Great job, man. That was fun to watch.
Win, Dean. That was. It was very fun.
Yeah, I couldn't do it without my sponsors and my mechanics gloves were behind me. But it's just it took a lot of patience. I think it's the more they wore their tires out, I just kept my pace, and I think that was a good move there on my part.
Well, both Dan and I bet on you, so thanks for helping us win our pennies.
I called that when he went into pits. I'm like, in 6th place. I'm going to call it now. He's going to win.
Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, good job. All right, folks. Well, that's it. That's Michigan. What a race. Next week, we're going to be at Bristol, and we'll be covering the A race. So we'll be looking forward to that.
That should be fun.
It will. I'd really like to thank Dan and Wally for coming up to the booth and helping me out here. Thanks, Dan. Wally?
Not a problem, Jay. Anytime. Thanks for coming up.
Buddy. I'd like to hang out more, but it's late.
Yeah, I would have loved to have been in the field tonight, but I made an obligation to broadcast, so that's what I'm going to do. So that's it, folks. We're going to go ahead and go offline now. We'll see you next week for Bristol. Goodbye, folks.
Goodbye, gentlemen.